Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, I'm back again, real fast and rapid recession, okay? Today, just relaxing. It's a Saturday, okay? Nothing much going on. Tossing down a few of my favorites. Got off the Heineken kick for a minute. You know, you got to kind of walk from one thing to the next. It's kind of like your fragrances, man. You got to rotate them. So I'm going to get a swig. We're going to wet the whistle, and we're going to get started, okay? So what's happening today is not an actual review, so I'm not going to have any notes or anything like that. I'm thinking, you guys trust my opinion enough to where I can just make this comparison and just be done with it, okay? Now, on my last few videos, what I've done is I've asked about, because I think it was the Tuscan leather that I was looking into and the Laquam, okay? And a few of you guys, thank you very much, gave me some suggestions to go on. Now there's several other dupes out there for Aventus. Now why Aventus? Aventus is basically the king of the fragrance community, okay? It is the one that has the most acclaim, the one that has the hugest following, and I'm a follower, okay? Now, I said once my flacon was gone that, I was gonna buy nothing but Aventus, and a couple of you guys said, hey, on a few of your messages to me, try this one, try that one, try the other one. And so I went and researched this one, went and researched that one, I went and researched the other. I forget the other one, it's a black bottle, La Nuit Intense or something, by some guy that is, everybody claims smells like Aventus. And I have to say I haven't smelled Insurrection Pure, none of that stuff, because at the time I had Aventus. So it's in my mind, I'm thinking, why would I want to go and get one of those when I have it? Now, out of desperation and the fact that I am an Aventus fan. Now, first and foremost, Aventus, to me, whenever I would smell it, it reminded me of the reason why I wanted to do a fragrance review, okay? So first and foremost, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but Aventus being the champ, you're always gonna have people that are going to come up and try to take the champ down, okay? Now, also, I practice what I preach, okay? Being that on my cologne addiction video, and I had a guy ask me a little while ago about, have you fallen off the wagon making purchases? No, dude. That's why I told him, follow my videos. I've sold a lot of stuff to buy stuff for other videos. Now, I dumped my flacon. This is a 10 mil decant. That's all I got left. And so to stick to what is true and to stick to my word, I'm not gonna say stuff that I'm not doing and try to sell that crap to you guys and I ain't doing the same thing. Decants, man. Okay, so I'm down to my own personal decant. Batch number, I have no idea. And I don't really care because some of the, like the pineapple, the smokiness, I don't care what batch number you got, they're gonna vary to some extent, and some of them, the pineapple, I've read reviews where it just goes docile and the smokiness takes over. It just depends, And when you talk about synthetic versus natural and all the rest of that, these things are regulated. You guys have to understand this is still a business. And when we talk about regulation, there are laws and rules they gotta abide by. And there's only, when they say they have natural ingredients, think about it, okay? Read between the lines. It doesn't mean that it's all natural, and so when somebody's go, oh, it's synthetic, I wouldn't have it. Man, dude, think about it, evaluate yourself, because it's not all that. I'm gonna get whatever reviews, comments or whatever. You guys gotta understand, I'm an Aventus lover. I'm the Aventus voucher, all the rest of that. I'm not going to replace Aventus with something that ain't Aventus. Holy crap. I think I found something that's going to replace it. Why? Because I'm not going to buy Aventus anymore. That's just me. Now, if you want that bottle because it's beautiful, you do your thing, bro. But for me, I'm sticking to the script, and I got to bring you guys something I believe in. And I actually believe in this one. Now, I'm forget about me butchering up the names of all the rest of these products and all the rest of that crap, but this is what we're gonna do. I started wearing this a few days ago. Okay, we're gonna say 2. because right after I got through with that other one, it's on to the next, and that's how that works. Okay, I'm very pleased with the other video I did with the fragrance that I had, and I think you guys have a really good response to that. And just last night, as a matter of fact, I wore this the day before, and then just last night I decided what I was going to do was, you know, I got my shower on, I got my thing going, I put my clothes on, I met up with my brother. He plays darts with his wife and family, and so I met them down at the hotel where they were hosting a tournament. Okay, and so I hung out with him for a little bit. You know, we had a few drinks and whatever, and I wore and I got to look at it. This is Aventure, you know, Aventus, okay, by Haramain, okay, and I do not know if the pronunciation is right, but you know, forget about the pronunciation. We're only discussing the juice because that's all that matters. Me being a 100% Aventus backer, fan, and lover, I'm not going to buy Aventus anymore because, you know, people are like, oh, well, it's a duplicate. I heard someone say, well, it's like bootlegging. You know, who really cares? If it's bootlegging, if somebody puts out a great copy, but you're the benefactor, then, you know, you're the winner. But if you want to just go ahead and support the artist, good for you. But I'll download copies and I'll download doggone movies. I'm not going to pay them if I can benefit. And that's the whole gist, you know what I'm saying? We're looking out for self. And that's what's happening right here. This is the last of my Aventus. Right now, all I have on is 2 dry downs. And this is what's crazy. Okay, I have to keep remembering which arm it's on, but then, you know, okay, I had to remember my last name is right. Okay, so I put Aventus is right, and so I put Aventus on the right arm. But the entire time, and I've had it on right now for about 8 hours, okay? I started this morning with it. So each time I was like, which is which? They come, they go. The pineapple, the smokiness and everything, they come and they go, and it's crazy, man, because I'm like, is this Aventus? Is this Aventus? Which one is? Okay. And I have to keep reminding myself. The Aventus is actually here because I remember it is on my right arm. And this is the dupe, okay? Beyond a shadow of a doubt, let's get on with the dupe. I'm not gonna go through notes because it don't matter. Aventus is king, and you already know about it. And if you don't, and you just wanna smell like it, this is my word to you. 100%, I cannot tell the difference, dude. Period. Except for one little deal. When you're talking about synthetic versus natural, okay? The pineapple. Now the other one, that other one that's in the black bottle, I don't know the name of it. I haven't smelled it. I do see references where it's more smoky. Well, this one is more pineapple. I also saw a video by another reviewer. He couldn't tell the difference between either 3 of them. And he said, this is just like that one. The other one, I saw it online for like 17 bucks, the black bottle. And this one right here on Beauty Spin is 35 bucks. No need to go through the notes. Now, this bottle, I'm gonna show you the presentation. This is for somebody who wants a better bottle in their collection, a better looking bottle. But what this sucker is a smudge and finger print magnet. Now I got it all cleaned up and pretty right now, but by the time I handle it, it's gonna get mighty smudgy. Now this is a cool bottle. I want you guys to look at it. This will work well in your collection. This is a rubbery, you can see the juice right there floating around, okay? This is a rubbery grip right here on the cap, and it comes off, okay? And I'm gonna take a spray because it's time to go for it. And I know this one's over here, so we're gonna hit it and show you the sprayer, okay? Right off the bat, no cheap smells. That's what's awesome. Okay, and I'll show you the box that it comes in, all right? And it sits in here. This is a pretty good presentation. Now the box, the presentation, what you see in my hand, but I know it's cheap. You know, I can feel it, and I can, you know, it's all plastic and stuff, but they still tried to do a really good job with it. The bottle is good and heavy. The cap is good and heavy. You got your little foam inlay there for it, okay? Presentation, the reason why the other one, it doesn't have quite the same presentation is, I saw it right now, man, it's on eBay for 17 bucks. This one is 35 on, once again, Beauty Spin, okay? But the presentation is nice visually. If you don't touch it and feel it, you won't know the difference, okay? And I'm gonna sit it right here. Well, no, I'm gonna do is sit the bottle up on it. All right, it sits in here really snug. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and close it up. Boom, boom, and just let it lay there, all right? And very profound pineapple note. And I might as well dump a spray from my sprayer just so I can pair in front of you. Boom. Man. Once again, this is the last 10 mils from my flacon of my Aventus, batch number, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Man, let me scoop this back so you guys can look at it. In the description below, you know, I love Aventus, period. There's no doubt. And from beginning to end, guys, in my honest personal opinion, and I know you can be a niche head and you're gonna hate what I'm saying. You're gonna say I'm saying a bootleg or a comparison. The thing is that made in China. George Foreman came out with the George Foreman grill. Now there's all types of grills that are just like it. With your clothing, with your hair care, with everything that's out there, you find somebody who makes the same product and calls it a different name. I haven't compared any of the other Aventus clones at all because I had Aventus. This is my very first one because Evolution does this. When the first wave comes out, it's not good. The second wave gets a little better, a little better, a little better. Wow, is this it? In my opinion, I cannot tell the difference. And I can spray these in 2 different bottles for you guys. And I challenge anybody to be able to pick the difference if we swap them around blindfolded. Now, that's a challenge to anybody out there. You swap it around blindfolded. If you buy this bottle, 35 bucks. You know you got friends, you know you got relatives. Somebody will give you 30 to give you your money back. What you do is they're gonna love it if you're so far out there, you are so niche-y that you just have to have the flacon. If you have to have a flacon that says, hey, look at me, I spent 300 bucks. I am boss. If you got to have that, then go for it, man. That's good for you. And it does look good in your collection. This is a nice shiny bottle in a nice little box. But it's the same scent. So that's all I got to say about this. I am bringing it to you for you to check out. Description below. I'll even put the name and everything from it. And it's just up to you to check it out. You guys have a great day. I'm bringing you a duplicate of my favorite, most #1 scent ever that I am not going to buy anymore because I found this one. Amazing. Okay, let's hit it again. If I mix these two up, there's no way I can figure it out. Period. You try it. It's up to you. You guys have a great day. One more thing I want to bring to you. Like I said, I've taken those bottles and stuff that I've sold and I've flipped that cash and I've done this. And I am very pleased with it. And I'm sorry, Creed Boutique and Creed Aventus, but I'm done with you guys. You're not going to get no more of my change because these guys, they caught your coattail, they tripped you up, and now you're falling on your face and they're 3 feet ahead of you. You know, they took it from you, man. They took your shine. And that's how it goes in this life. So it's just like, you know, you had Kmart out there and Walmart came out and busted them. They came out with Super Walmart and poor pathetic Kmart is Big K. Sorry guys, but you lost the race. I'm not buying Creed Aventus no more because why would I waste my money, man? I got bills to pay. I got beer to buy. What's up with you, man? All right, guys, I'm just tripping, but you guys have a great day. I'm happy with it, and you guys tell me what you think. All right, peace out.